Hey everyone, I'm back. Sorry, I had to kind of cut that a little bit at an odd time, but I don't know, my phone did something. So, anyways, he finds out Woody Harrelson has the virus. Woody Harrelson takes the gun from Caesar, kills himself, shoots himself in the head. You don't get to see that, but it's kind of understood that Woody Harrelson doesn't want to live on with the virus and not be able to talk, whatever. So they end up escaping Caesar and the other apes. Some of them still get killed along the way from Woody Harrelson's soldiers. So Woody Harrelson's soldiers are killing the apes at the same time, trying to defend themselves against the other soldiers that are coming to their to kill them. So they managed to escape. Caesar blows up the facility with a grenade, throws it into their storage, basically fuel storage. It's a huge tanker, and you'll see in my likes and dislikes coming up in a few minutes why there's a certain things in the movie I didn't really like. So Caesar throws a grenade, blows up the fuel storage, blows up the facility, and escapes. Um, Now, Woody House and soldiers are pretty much all dead from the explosion. They still have to deal with the other soldiers that came to invade, which they're like maybe three times the amount, like hundreds of soldiers. So you see Caesar gets discovered or found out from these soldiers, and they're about to like shoot him. Then a huge avalanche comes and wipes out hundreds of soldiers that were about to kill Caesar. So they have to the apes themselves have to run, but because they're apes, they can go on the top of the trees where the avalanche won't kill them or hurt them. So they all climb to the top of trees while the avalanche underneath is killing all the soldiers. And then you see like just after it's over, a huge land of snow covering where the soldiers were. So I'm just kind of speed it up a little bit more. They kind of I guess I should label this as huge spoilers. They and unfortunately I'm hoping that you want to see this. Um, Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave that part out because there's a huge spoiler at the end, and I'm always saying all my reviews. I don't want to ruin it for people that much. I've given you most of it, but I'm not gonna give you the major spoiler. So the apes escape to their a new land, and I think it's like maybe springtime or maybe just they've walked to a warmer part, the sun, and they start playing and stuff like that. And then the movie ends. So that's pretty much it. I'll go with the likes and dislikes. I liked the movie. It was in 3D. So I liked that it was in 3D. The special effects of snow, some of the trees in the 3D looked pretty sweet. Very action, very suspenseful. Um, it was really kept me on the edge of my seat, even though it's like a simple little plot. Um, it kept me on the edge of my seat. Um, and the couple of things that you might need to know is you should go rewatch. So I didn't, so I had to Google some stuff really quickly before these reviews, and I had to Google like who's who and the characters. So turns out the girl that was mute is Nova from some of the old 70s Planet of the Apes. So that was cool. I kind of like how they connected together. So you should, if you're going to see it on the weekend, try and rent the old ones, or maybe because it's not like the first Planet of the Apes, it's like the second Planet of the Apes. So you have to go watch the original like trilogy or five movies or whatever it was. I mean, or the first two, because Nova turns out to show up in the other movies. Dislikes everything. I'm just gonna put one dislike. Um, it's just too convenient things that happen in the movie. Like it's just like that's so kind of corny. like they're like, how are we gonna get into this facility? How are we gonna break out Caesar? And 2 steps, and they fall through a shaft that goes underneath the facility. I'm like, that's just cheesy. The avalanche is another cheesy thing that I thought was like, oh, that's kind of like a cop out. Like, come on, Caesar's about to get killed. I guess that stuff happens to people in real life. Um, but I just thought that was kind of a little bit too convenient of something. So there's a couple of things. If you end up seeing the movie, you'll understand. It's like, I'm like, that's just so like, thought up, and it's just like you can. Oh wait, another thing where the little girl goes to feed Caesar in the middle of the night, um, food and water, and I'm like, there's no soldiers that are watching his cage. Like, come on, he's like the number 1 fugitive or whatever, or Caesar, and they're not like, they don't have an eye on his cage. Like, I mean, she doesn't break him out or anything like that because she's just a little girl. But anyways, that was just, those are the little, the movie's overall great. There are some stuff they're like, come on, really, you really think I could? I know it's sci-fi, I know it's a movie, you can't take it too serious, but that's just something I kind of thought was like, there's just too many convenient things that kind of happen. It's like, you can't. The plot was very simple, but it was done pretty well though, and that's the thing. I guess they didn't want to make it too sophisticated. Like, how are we gonna break them out? They're like, and they just happen to take 2 steps backwards and they fall through a shaft, under the ground shaft that leads into the facility. I'm like, come on, and certain things. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Sorry I had to break it up into 2 parts, but hopefully you guys will watch the first one and the second one. But I'll try and label this one a little bit different to kind of signify it. So, or maybe I'll link the first one. So I hope you kind of appreciate it. Like I said, I spent $27. Subscribe. I did other movie reviews. I try to make these like honest reviews because I spent the money. I don't get flown out anywhere. I'm not paid to say anything. I feel like too many people say too many positive things about movies. But all right, I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.